support cat.
Hey,
Oh no, we're getting the checkbook plate this Thursday. And he decided to vacuum cleaner since I'm scurrying downstairs into the bathroom, hiding in the shower. And the shower drips.
Oh.
What is that?
And he will still hide in it.
Okay.
Anyone got an image yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to have him up near the garage. TV room /
Ew.
We'll turn it down now to playing level.
With him because that's his favorite thing to do.
Fun.
There we go.
His original used to sit
Now.
and sit up all day.
Here we are, back to
That's what cats used to do.
Warhammer.
Watch your movies.
Black Crusade. Hey, hey. Oh, we're doing an adventure from, I think it's Rogue.
Rogue Traders,
Yeah, but it's to get these people a chance to run around before they decide to piss off the galaxy, which I'm sure they will. They're already starting to collect toys that, well, James threw out there. The X-Bomb, or what, the Halo.
The Halo device, yeah. It's like, yeah.
Well, it seems so far it makes the crew into undead, basically. Pretty much. It's kind of an odd weapon.
We're going to pawn it off to somebody that...
Yeah, possibly sell it.
Or you could sneak it onto Earth and watch the fireworks.
Yeah.
Or just...
It's a nice doomsday bomb. You can put it on your own ship as a doomsday. Then they can fight one of you guys as the big tough guy and try to find out what's going on.
Or just call it an April Fool's prank. Or say it's Upstate. Instead of being alive, you're dead.
Sent by UPS, so every other completely down. Oh, look what I got! You're the cosmic universal bomber. Sent by mail. Now let's see. You, sir, which is the magic? The one before magic.
Me,
Yeah.
the psionic.
Goddamn. Losing my mind. I can't remember all this shit.
This is why you write shit down.
I do, I think. That's why I've actually been using one book on this one. So, one of you and his 3 buddies, pink horrors.
Yeah.
Those are 3 I was just making sure. Okay.
I thought it was 4.
4? It could be. I wasn't sure.
I think he had 4.
Okay. I will give him another one. It's all plot. You guys just make me come away. Give me 7. I'm sure for 7. You can stand here. The others are bodies that have been not raised and you haven't destroyed yet. So that's why there's only a few left. I don't know where their exact placements were. I just threw them out.
Yeah, that works.
It's a random system. And then you're standing there with your gun and found out basically as long as you don't attack him, he doesn't do anything to you. He just keeps going about what he's doing. Which in some places he's actually, you've seen some of the thralls, which are what they call the worm-possessed old crew. Yeah, that one's a little bent up. They're folded in half. They're really good. You can flatten her out so that you want. Now.
Okay.
Now she's in the air. Put her on the. These are holes.
Okay.
They go down like multiple floors.
Alright.
I think the catwalks in the first Star Wars movie, the original first one, was around the tractor generator.
They don't care if you fall off. There's don't file L&A.
OSHA ain't gonna help.
No. That's only where there's water.
No. OSHA can also be volcano.
Actually, I got a lot of back when I got unemployment. Back when there was unemployment office, OSHA offered tons of like classes you can take to get like put on your resume. I got Windows, PDF, which is one that went through all the different how that works. And then another one was typing. Oh, I took typing in high school, but I had to take one every once in a while to keep getting my employment. So whatever, however I wanted. Oh, and office assistant, which was hilarious that they. I mean, honestly, how many people are going to hire me as an office assistant?
A really bad office?
Maybe like a place needing an office assistant / bouncer.
Or somewhere in Jersey.
Yeah. But they usually want, you know, cuter looking office assistant.
Or, you know, somewhere in Louisiana.
Oh yeah, but that they just hire their own sisters.
Or you could be an office assistant at a jail.
Oh. I know a couple of girls from high school that ended up becoming guards at the local prison. She kicked ass. She was a vet smith. She was like kicked ass in sports all the time. So we have here. I'm checking here. Well, where you with your people are down below, and I take it you're a tech guy.
Yeah. Well,
Your NPC.
we have the NPC, my minion.
Your meeting minion.
It's
He or she.
he.
He. Okay. One line. Didn't want to be a sexist here, I don't know if there's a difference as far as between male and female. So first you have to correct the events. So, first of all, you will need an oratory, but at a +10 tech use. You can use one or the other. Tech use at +10 or oratory.
We'll go
Oratory. Where are you seeing that one?
Oh, that's
Oh wait, no, I misread it. Put on the other one. Those are for real fine writing. Ordinary.
Oh, ordinary. Yeah. Okay.
+10 tech use.
He'll go with the Texas.
This is to awaken the machine spirit.
Oh, this is going to be good. Yeah. So, ooh, I get 5 degrees of success.
At that point, you hear a humming, and out of the piles of gears, pipes, and other things, they move and rotate around until you see a leathery head and torso of a servitor roll out of the system, standing upward, and addresses you, asking you to identify yourself. It says, "Who are you?"
He identifies himself as the chief engineer.
You say you're the chief engineer? It states no. Access only by the captain. What do you do?
Override. Captain's orders, which is system test and reset and test.
It kind of looks at you, kinks its head a little bit. It says, "Which captain?" Yeah. Now, since it's been a while, I'm not going to expect you to remember his name when we get it. So if you do an intelligence +30 test, you're fine.
I pass.
Okay? So you give that name. I think that was Ogden. You guys sit right there. If not, we'll assume it. We'll use that name. Okay. it asks you, why is there a time discrepancy in the court cogitator?
Warp dilation.
Oh, what did you say?
Warp dilation.
Okay. Well, then you must come up with a story. It's basically if they blame warp transition or similar phenomena, which I would say that applies, the spirit is pleased. The machine spirit continues to ask questions until they are answered.
A little bit of an advanced servitor here.
Yeah. Well, considering it's an almost true AI of the machine spirit of the ship, so.
Make a straight up intelligence test. No plugs.
Okay.
It's basically we summarize the questions of it. They tried to go through.
Okay. I get 3 degrees of success.
Good enough. Much more than actually. So, you treated it like it was easy. Well then, what do you wish to do to correct the situation?
Okay. And basically,
Told you.
to shut down the gallery will let it turn off the warp, right?
That's what, yeah.
Okay.
The yellow field is what gives him his power.
Okay. So go ahead and just shut it down. And reset it.
Aha! Why are we shutting it down? How will that correct the situation?
Electrical imbalance.
Warp entities manipulating the field. To isolate hostile intruders.
Oh, hostile intruders? What is the origin of the creature?
Warp-based.
Everything shuts down.
Okay. Now, Alex being a psyker would instantly feel when the Gellerfield
Well,
shifts.
even the lights in the room have gone down.
Okay.
And that could be because someone turned on the toaster.
I'm good.
The shot wiring is not that great.
Okay. So, well, you could also just contact him and let him know. Okay. So,
I call up. On the comm, it's like,
Yeah. Down.
good. Gellerfield's down. Have fun.
I decided to shoot the captain with my Zenith ammo.
go ahead. Do it. Do it.
I miss.
Okay.
At that range? At point blank range, you get a plus 30.
Oh.
Half action aims another
Yeah,
plus
you're
10.
standing close.
So, okay, then I would have 3 degrees of success.
Okay. So, roll your damage. Plus, what's he get for? Does he get an extra dice per degree of success? Or?
No.
That would be for tearing, and that would be for crits.
Okay.
But my weapon fixed to it being the kind it is, loses its turn quality. So I am doing 13 points of damage, explosive 2, or blast 2, with a 10 of 4.
Okay. He's got nothing to protect for his 10. And his toughness. So how many points total?
13.
He can only take 10.
Eagle boom.
Yep. He drops. Who's on the, you 3? Go ahead and make dex checks because suddenly.
You mean what? Agility checks
Or agility? They're basically the shift. Their section of the shift during the kind of like shifted a bit as he was getting ready to do something, but it doesn't apply. So.
Yeah, agility.
Or acrobatics.
Yeah, just straight. You only need like just to make it.
Well, Tesla rolled a 5.
5 successes or just a 5?
It's flat out 5, so he
Okay.
makes it by 2 degrees.
Okay.
Actually, 3 plus 1. I get. And Lila pulls on her ass.
Okay, and then the space
Yeah.
marine.
No.
What are you filling their ass?
Yeah. You fell on
I
her
think
ass.
No.
This one.
Starts.
No.
Okay.
You don't have athletics. We weren't ready for, so you could have actually activated your mag boots and stayed standing.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Make a logic test for the one that's at the controls.
Okay.
That's one that's still standing, right?
Yes.
Hi, Guido.
Right.
4 degrees of success.
Well, then you made it. You found out that because he'd known you guys had headed down there, once you started playing around with it, he attempted to disconnect you from the rest of the ship. But you caught onto it quickly, and if you can do a check success, you can stop it from happening.
You want me to do what?
Test.
Check this. Okay.
Yeah.
Do I get any? Let's see here. My equipment.
Well, how much did you make your last one by?
3.
3. Use that bonus.
Okay.
30 points.
An additional 3 points. Okay.
That's like to reflect how quick you came up with it.
Okay. Oh. I'm rolling optimities so far. Plus 30, so. 10 degrees of success.
Okay. Well, you succeeded, and the reason that was being done was to disconnect you guys so you guys would have to fight all the way back to here to kill him. But that didn't happen. You guys stayed up there and shot him when their time came. So, once Ogden is dead, Psychosis Worm is inert. Any surviving war puppets or warp puppets fell down where they were standing. They've all become inactive. Now, things to decide at this point. What to do? Well, you only have one survivor, don't you?
Well, it does, yeah.
Yeah.
Ask him if he knows if there's any other survivors.
He's got 2 others that he knows of that they found on the ship. They're hiding back where you guys first found him. They were hiding near that area. And his thing was to get you guys out of here so they were safer. But there are a total of 3 survivors here from the Emperor's Bounty. So let's see here. We should just write. I'll put right back. Well, I'll put it back here for now. 3, are you guys gonna basically bring them to your ship? Or leave them here?
We could always use real crew in certain positions.
Yeah. Instead of using DOS.
Bounty. Okay. So, just so you know, then with that, let's see. Well then, what else do you guys want to, now that you've gotten that done, what do you guys plan? You have the halo.
Yeah.
You guys want to put it on your ship? Not connect it, but just put it in there for now, or you leave it here?
Oh, the worm?
Well, remember you found the cartridges for it?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to stick it in that and then decide what to do with it.
Put it in storage or something?
Yeah, really solid container.
Yeah. Nice, stasis fielded, security vault.
Okay.
Amanda, could you do me a favor?
Weapons.
Yeah.
Go grab the white charging cable. It's plugged in over there.
Okay.
Unplug it from that base, please.
Yeah.
Who's gonna do that?
Oh, we'll let him do it.
You wanna do it? Roll 2
The
dice,
partner over to you.
10 for
Yeah.
me.
2 what?
2 dice, just add die 10. Add them together. 8. 8. So you found 8
Thank you.
You're welcome.
complete shells and everything. Plus, if you guys want, through scavenging, you can steal the thing that shoots or drops them out the bomb. Remember they had it attached to the bomb of the ship? But also, though, we want to see about any salvage you want to do.
And just check, But since, Vessel and I are done engineering still, do have the machine spirit for the main engineering, kind of check to see what's still working, what's salvageable.
Well, the best way that we're going to do that is you will get, you pick whatever skill you're going to use. There's going to be salvaging on the ship, and later on you guys can decide if you want to salvage in space. But first of all, everyone will get 1 roll for salvaging on the ship. Whatever skill you choose that's best applicable to it, however many successes, is how many dice 10 you get to add. So you add them all together, and that will be added to the 20% of a ship you have, and then we'll slowly rebuild it there.
Okay, so Tesla's going to go with fake news. Okay. Tesla gets 5 degrees of success.
5 degrees?
Yep.
Okay. So he'll roll 5 die 10
Right.
and add them up. And basically, when you bring over the salvage, you give it to your servitors and they'll start repairing them.
Right. So, Delilah's actually going to go with trade chemist.
Okay.
So basically,
Just basically with the chemicals.
yeah. Now, if we get the 3 survivors to look for food, there's not any food stores left.
Yeah, that won't count as salvage, but yeah.
Okay. Two degrees of success for chemist.
Okay. So that gives you still to roll 5 from the first character. And 2 for you.
Yep.
Okay.
So what do you want? What are you looking for? skills here.
Or if you can't find decent skills, see if there's a decent stat. As a stat, I'd probably have to apply 1 minus.
Oh, there's always just simple awareness to see what is around. Or if you go with your operating surface, you can actually look to see if there's any kind of like ground transport.
Oh, okay.
Like a tank.
Rust.
Oh no, I was thinking more like a rhino or something. I'm going to go ahead and roll that.
Don't I want a mammoth thing?
Nope. Okay.
My dice just do not like me
Okay.
tonight.
Yes, you no.
Does Alex do some stuff?
I'll go off my science.
Okay.
Oh, second stuff. Yeah.
Find a good thing.
Then again, these are still new dice, so.
Roll
getting
and
used to them.
punish him.
I make it.
How many levels?
1.
Okay. So you roll 1 dice.
2.
So it's 2 points of salvage and repairing the ship. Morgan, you got anything you want to try?
Nope.
Just stay on the other ship?
Yeah, because she's on the other ship, on
Okay.
our ship, so she can do the space salvage.
Well, all of you will get a chance to do that.
Okay.
Unless you leave before you decide to do it.
So,
But you'll get first.
Yeah. So Tesla for his salvage. We're adding this up.
Yep.
34.
Okay.
And then my base character actually had 3, right?
2.
2. Okay. 7.
So you're now up to 43%. Fully functional. But you also don't need oxygen to half your ship because it's not even being used. Or something, Whatever, there's some areas that just haven't even been, put together much yet. That's probably being built from a prison or a grave planet, and they just wanted to get you the hell out of there as quick as possible. So they pretty much put a motor and a bunch of stuff around it and shot it off into the air. Okay, now we're out to space. Did you want to check for stuff in space?
Sure.
Do you have any specific skill you would be using?
Awareness? Or operate great ship? Maybe? Focus?
Or tracking. But she does have navigate.
She does have
Astronomica. Oh wait, operate void ship.
Okay. And then we also have awareness. So.
And tracking.
Okay, no.
No. Okay. Now how about the rest of you?
Sure.
Okay.
I will simply go with an awareness. Because that's. This case perception is. Nope.
Okay.
Go for that one. Just let me go with an operating void ship. Because it does what he's doing. Down one. Down.
Lana, go lay down.
Lana,
Oh!
how you doing, little girl? Come here. Oh, look, my candy escaped again. Probably the kitties. They're chewing on the wrapper, so they don't want to get what's inside it.
So 7 degrees of success.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good because.
Then make 7 dice roll.
Seven. It's 10. 42.
42?
Yep.
Ooh. What we got left? You two?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Just roll the awareness here. Oh, that's actually a really good point.
And we should use awareness or sight science again.
I don't even know, but whatever you have it higher. Because until you fully repair the ship, then we'll start getting into individual things that are.
So she got 2.
Okay, 2 successes.
Yep.
Roll 2 die 10. We might be reaching that stage there.
11.
Might be there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. Yep. We're real close. What do you got?
4 degrees of success.
Okay, roll 4 die 10, and you guys will probably have this ship repaired. But also, there's experience points for scanning the salvaging the area.
27.
Yeah, Tesla can do that when we get back to the ship. Here.
So,
That or Bo can have the Silicors do it and,
you've gone over 100%.
okay.
So,
We have spare
we can
parts.
check later on. Yeah, you have 23 in the spare area. So if you guys take damage, maybe you can use that to help repair it or something.
Yeah.
Now, that is also equaling to, well, since you started with 20, so that's 80 hours plus 23, 103 hours. You guys, of course, there taking care of doing all this and salvaging all these things. So,
Right.
first of all, I will give you guys the experience point for completing that mission. Okay. For their efforts aboard the Bounty, each character should receive 500 points. That's going to include you because you were the one that knows how the Geller feels.
Second page. You get to end this one.
Okay.
I guess. I don't know if you guys. Does your character sheets have profit on it, or is that a rogue's?
That's a rogue trader thing.
Okay, then we won't worry about that. Okay. When you guys first arrived, did you scan the debris field?
Yes.
Thought so. 200 points there.
Each.
Do we know who did it? You did? Okay, 200 for you, 100 for everyone else. Was the gun cutter damaged at all? I don't believe so.
No.
Okay, so you don't lose points there. Did your guys' ship suffer any damage from? There was no ship weapon firing at you, were there?
No.
Didn't think so, though.
No, Mr. Whistles.
I know. Ah, you asked the survivors to help you. So that's plus 200 for everyone. And that looks like about it. The only thing, miss, is I'm not too sure how much. It says, did you manage to move the vessel outside the cloud to make salvage easier?
No.
Well, that's not something that was covered, and it's not really. You guys aren't rogue traders anyway, so I won't make that go either way. So, oh, these are the old. We're entering into a new adventure. So, now you got your ship fully functioning again. Any ideas what you guys want to do?
Well, since we're here,
Out at the, I think you're at the edge of the warp.
no, at the edge of the screaming vortex.
Yeah.
Since we're here, we can go that way.
Well, I guess we start with this. What does anyone want? Right now, you know, you found that what the only thing this ship had as far as navigation directly, hard drive, was to come back to this spot.
Right.
But after that, you guys can decide if there's anything specifically like your characters would want in the direction of it. You know, anything your characters need or anything.
Well, the screaming vortex is known to be haven for yes.
None of us really put any thought into our character's backstory. Figure.
I did a bit.
Well, then what did you have? Basically, the ship's being, you know, that was part of that time also, so you guys could have waited around to see if, you know, get everything working, or you could go somewhere and maybe find a place to, like a station or something where you can maybe get some work done easier, or maybe even upgrade some of these extra points you have. Like, did you guys want that, gun for the Halo? Or are you just not even going to take that, just the shells?
Probably want to die.
Yeah.
Okay, that could have easily been like that extra. So, I don't think the planet, the dead planet wants you back. Alright, we're back! No, we gave you a shift not to do that.
And again, we could talk to them by dropping a couple shells on them.
Yeah. Then, you know, you have a dead planet with undead. Be perfect. Then they just have to start dumping stuff and not landing ever.
Well, what's fun is this is also a place where a lot of their food is produced.
Ah, true. Corpse paste. Loved by all. It's kind of like Slurm from Futurama.
Nope, it is Soylent Green.
Yeah. Slurm's a little worse. Coming out of the anal section of a... Well, maybe I'm just assuming it was being...
It was the butt of the giant slug.
Now, you have a map, but you guys can decide, do you want to stay in here and just cut around or something, or do you want to go somewhere that's specific?
Can we calculate the trajectory to Earth and fire one of the shells in that direction? Admit
It'd be
it.
a long time for you to get there.
Yeah, but it would be long after we passed, and
Yeah.
if Earth manages to actually survive that long, they're screwed.
Oh, the Necrons are already on Mars, so.
Well, then there. Hit there, too. You got 8 of them. Pick 8 targets. How many planets we got? No. I don't even know how many we still have by this point.
Also, okay. No one else has any other ideas? Okay. Screaming vortex it is.
Okay. So you're gonna go on, hit the Geller field, and proceed into the well, your yellow field is probably
Yeah.
and proceed into the vortex.
Yep.
Okay. Who's flying right now?
It'll probably be Tesla because she's the one with the highest level of upright point ship.
Okay. Go ahead then.
Oh, that's what I need. This. So, would that be like a maneuverability test for the ship?
Well, I was just looking at the views in the void.
Yeah.
Or, navigate warp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You haven't even really like chosen a location, so
Well,
you're just moving.
Yeah. Okay, so.
I mean, there are, let's say, 4 points nearby, nearby within warping range that show up. Because your system doesn't work on the Emperor's lighthouses.
Right.
Now, you could probably dial into an Emperor's lighthouse, but you're not sure if you want to do that. You don't know if they suddenly pick you up showing up. But
It will.
yeah, you have 1 through 4 non-Emperor locations you can head at. But at this time, because you're not too used to the system, although it is being quickly updated, you don't have full information about them. So, or you can just go for the space between.
Well, let's head out to point 2.
Okay, go ahead and do a navigation roll then, because you actually have a location you're going for now.
Okay.
Not a lot of navigation when you're just sitting in the middle of the ocean going
Right.
forward.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I call this now. Still need to call again next Friday, though.
So, yeah.
Now, I assume everyone gets ready for a warp.
Yeah.
Afraid you are impotent.
Barely
odds.
make it.
Barely make it?
Barely.
But you still made it.
Yes.
Yes, that's better than a barely did not make it.
So let me guess,
Or worse.
one of the things popped off, or broke off, I should say.
No. I gotta do something. I have super glue to fix that.
Yeah, that should be simple to fix.
Oh yeah.
I said my big one. I made one that's like this.
Open it up, take out the Dime Novel or Dime Adventures book.
It's not that big, but it's big enough of all of my dice that are in my bag wouldn't fill it up a third of the way.
Probably a little bit more than I need. Okay. As you've done before, your ship once again prepares to pierce the fabric of immaterium and plunge into the warp like a sickness rising from the pit of your stomach. You feel the warp engines roar to life as dozens of decks below your feet and the charge of your ship stale air as the yellow field amphiral web envelops the ship. Ship structure shudders and groans as the transitions begin, and then something is wrong. All of a sudden, the bridge is plunged into shadows, and the ship seems to buck under the weight of some unseen force. The very deck underfoot rippling and bending all around you. Servitors cease their mindless tasks and throw their heads back, screaming out of ruined mounts. You are struck by an unshakable feeling that something terrible has just happened.
Yeah, microchip installed on the replicator.
First of all, like I said, you have screaming servitors, like they've lost it in the warp. But you do know, we'll first do to try to determine whether the ship is gone, or what it's doing. Whatever.
Line that down.
Lana, baby!
Lana.
Come here. Lana, sit down.
Not really into petting.
Sit down.
Kind of,
Sit. Did you get anything there? No. You're done. Stay out that way. Oh, that.
6 degrees of success.
Just don't let her by. 6 degrees of success? Okay. Back. Go. Lay down. That's sitting, but that's at least closer. Let's see. Well, basically, you shot way past where you were heading. It is heading for where is it? Which actually, well, actually, no, you can't. It's heading over toward, there's a fractured planets area, something like that, fractured space. Let's see here. It's going further. Okay. Everyone, roll dice down.
6.
2.
5.
Nine.
Don't pull
Nine.
those.
9. Well, I was doing a
Yeah.
counter check, so you happen to be the one who gets it. Where would you say your character spends their time? Are you on the deck with everyone else? Or are you like in a room somewhere? Are you off target practicing? What would you be doing?
Probably hanging in a room.
Okay. Like where you rest type thing?
Yes.
Probably rest in your uniform or not?
No.
No? So doesn't she need help getting it off? Or can't she can get it off?
There's servitors out there.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
She can do it by herself, it's just a little bit more tactics.
Okay. Well, you're the one that is closest to the area to realize that the warp engines are starting to overload. Do you want to head eject to it, or do you want to inform?
Huh?
Do you want to head towards it? It's a warp engine overload. You're the one nearest to that. So you get to roll on the 9.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm spaced
That's all right.
First idea is
Do you inform someone else, or do you go to deal with it?
I can do both.
Yeah, go ahead and do it while you're informing people.
I'll just inform people.
Okay. So she informs you all that the warp engines are overloading.
Okay.
And it looks like the situation needs to be done from the power relays away from the warp engine as its energy fluctuates. Basically, I need a task performed over the zone requires a hard fellowship test. Minus 20 fellowship test.
You get the crew to do it?
Yeah, I assume so. They're doing it. You got servitors trying to explain to them what they need to do. Or you can personally head that direction and go with a tech use.
Tesla will go down with the tech use.
Okay? So we'll have him in that situation, that area dealing with this. So give me a tech use at just a straight challenging +0.
Okay.
Which character name?
Scargova.
Shut up, Mana. You said Tesla's doing this?
Yes. He gets 8 degrees of success.
Okay. Well, now, your other character, and you two, roll a die check.
Okay.
Because you're running around basically dealing with problems of the ship going through space way quicker than it's ready for.
7.
4.
Well, then I guess 8. Well, we have a hull breach. Section of the ship they were working on has become open to the warp. Must be sealed swiftly. This can be done over the box, but requires a difficulty, intimidate or charm. So -10, either to intimidate or charm. Convince the crew to sacrifice those trapped in the compartments.
Well, since they're all surgeons, it shouldn't be a coward.
Yeah, so I'll change it to just -5.
So of course I don't have either of those skills.
Yeah. Well, you can call someone else to it that we have left. 2 people are, well, technically I guess she's not doing a whole lot, but
Okay, I will.
and who's that one?
Yeah, I'll deal with it. You
Name.
said charm
Yeah,
or intimidate?
yeah. What's your name?
Sister Dilemma. Charmer, Fellowship, and logs, supremacies. Just make it.
Just make it.
Yeah.
Okay. That leaves, I guess, you. And then, well,
Yeah.
these two, because they were busy with the other part, because all this stuff's kind of happening at once. But you're currently suffering a catastrophic life support failure.
Oh no.
The atmosphere in the ship is failing.
We're wearing self-contained suits, so
Yes. So either you can head that way and use a tech use and do it yourself, or you can try to intimidate or charm someone else to do it for you from where you are. If you go there, there is a small chance of injury, but not much, since this one's just air.
What would I use for my intimidation?
It's an actual skill. It's not.
So charm then.
Oh, intimidate. Yeah, it should be.
Willpower.
Yeah, so.
No.
No. Okay.
Try again.
Well,
Or
one
you
of
can
these
actually-
two can at a -10 because they've already been doing something earlier. So they're running over to another station to do something. Who wants to try? And intimidate or go to the location and do tech use. Your character's actually doing things, so.
Yeah. For you, going there and doing tech use would probably be a better idea.
Of course, while you're doing this, ship's like still flying.
Oh, nice!
Yep.
She got not 3.
Ah, that's pretty good.
So she got 2 degrees of success.
So she made it because she only needed above 1.
Uh-huh.
So.
Something to put skill points into. It's tech use.
And at that point, the ship is dropping out of warp. But you saved the ship. No additional damage. Every rank of failure would have been a die 10 damage.
Right.
But you guys made it. While they're trying to get things working, you do a scan. Oh, well, someone who wants to scan the ship and see what the hell's going on. You do have a writing that there, or a reading that states there's a foreign form somewhere on the ship. Actually, at a few locations, but it seems moving around.
Okay, that would be.
There's something about scan.
Scanning the ship itself. I could actually use the ship sensors.
Yes.
Okay.
This. There's the rest of the stuff. Okay. So you scan it.
Yeah.
Okay. And what you get?
Barely.
Barely. But you made it.
Barley bread.
Barley. Okay, well, basically what you have is apparently back at that location, when you shut everything down,
Uh-huh.
the worm migrated over.
Oh.
Or more precisely, not the worm, but what the worm also opened up originally that was unseen on the other ship, which is a maggot, a warped maggot. And it's released smaller ones into the machine spirit. Now, what you were fighting during all those things was the maggots trying to take over. The worm has guided your vessel to a waiting web of a U-Lan region of warp space.
A what? Oh, that's,
U-Lan.
oh, that's a different case. Okay. Let me see here.
Has to do with the, actually, it's attempted to return home, where it was originally stolen from.
Okay, so
It's a region of warp space, and what you see around you, besides war ships and things like that around, some planet, but the big thing in the center where it should be a sun is an ancient alien fortress.
right. I tell the servers all stop on the ship.
What is it, Eldar's fortress?
No, the U-Lan are something far, far worse.
YU-VATH.
Uh-huh.
So, you're basically just floating there, running on minimum. The system, the worm and maggots and those have done some damage, but you've cut them out of from making it so you can't survive on the ship. You're fine there. Basically all you're looking at right now are the windows.
Right. Basically, I have whatever servitors on the box to see if there's any kind of communications.
Okay.
Receive only, do not send.
Well, Fire says probing the darkness with your ship's sensors, which is slightly different. You're not you're kind of getting quiet vocalizations everywhere from various points, from ships, from planets, but they're all barely or at least small. They don't have much of a system to communicate with. Trying to look for that, probing with the darkness with your ship's sensors, you slowly assemble a picture of a near void around your vessel. First, you think you may be in deep space, such as the emptiness that presses down on the hull. However, after a few moments, you begin to detect the presence of what must be a remote solar system containing little more than fragments of cold, dead rock and a ring of gutted space hulks. At the center of the system, beyond the rocks and the ring of debris, a tiny black star burns and flickers against the dark void beyond. And the reason why, the maggot slash worm and all that have left the ship after they got here, heading towards the Black Star.
So, do we stay here and check things out, or can we leave?
I'm gonna check shit out. This ancient fortress might have some good shit on it. What the? You said gutted hulks, like
They
others
look
in the frame, or you mean they just have holes in them?
holes in them.
So we could salvage.
Some of them look like fairly intact, but have been like here for a long time. So
But considering the fact that everything is old, that doesn't really count.
yeah,
And plus, we did find some tech from the Lost Ages.
Oh, that's true.
but the main things you see, well here. First of all, I guess you guys could do a little pull up some information on the event. System to tell you more than 2,000 years ago, during the time of Lord Militant Angevin, the Expanse was home to an ancient and alien evil known as the Yavin. Twisted servitors of the warp, they built an empire on the foundation of dark sorcery, soul slavery, and daemon worship. For years, the Crusade fought a bloody war against them, slowly pushing them back in the face of massed slave armies and vile warp technologies. Finally, St. Drusas himself struck the final blow and ended their domination over the Calyx Expanse. What was left of their worlds and artifacts were destroyed and their locations purged from Imperial records, and over time their existence was slowly forgotten. Whispers persist, however, that they were truly never defeated, and that the event world still hidden deep within the darkness of the Expanse. Well, give you a little. So, what do you guys do at this point? That's like, first you gave some information because it listed the event on the display fortress, and it's the Black Star.
Yeah.
It's the central fortress.
Okay.
Everything else circles around it like it's a sun.
Mm-hmm.
So, what time we got?
8:42.
Yeah, we're still.
Well, we could use the sensors to see if any wrecks still have the power.
Okay.
Like I said, especially if these are ships from that era, there could be some really good stuff on them.
Yeah, I have no idea how to use the sensors this time around. Okay, how would I use the sensors? Yeah, Tesla gets 5.
Okay. Yeah. Not only that, but some of the cold rocks are floating here and there show activity. But none of it's very large.
Okay.
Some of the ships, some of the land, there's just people here and there that have been like, left here. And they can't escape it, apparently.
Oh, might be able to flush out our crew a bit.
That's a good possibility. Give you some more information. Play with there a little bit. The Dark Star is in fact a UVAM fortress, but it is also warp locked. And an artifact of unimaginable power forged long ago by twisted and corrupt Xenos race. aren't they all Xenocritic? Equal in size to a medium-sized world. It hangs in the void like a black sun, arcing with power and blotting out the stars behind it. Across its surface, hundreds of small islands form a matrix of power, relays, and energy webs. Their true purpose unknown. But the fortress does emit a tremendous gravity field, as if, a sun. It draws in asteroids, hulks, and even rogue moons to its orbit. Its presence is also felt within the warp, where it creates a deep shadow across the immaterium, preventing ships from escape. Furthermore, the station is protected by UVAF Void Wasp. You'll see small crystalline dark metal needle-like frigates with, flying around. First, they seem to be just debris, or even maybe small space creatures, but you start noticing they are crystal ships, looking like wasps. Basically, you guys know that you've been brought here by the worm.
And now we're stuck until
Trapped for some unknown purpose from the edge of the system. You need to be able to track a number of celestial bodies orbiting the star, most notably a small moon and a broad ring of debris. Closer inspection, with what you were doing when checking to see energy, that there is some kind of settlement on the moon, and the presence of a vast space hulk hidden in the debris ring. You also began to pick up some traffic, box traffic, coming across. Another detail, I quickly realized that their vessel is locked into orbit around the star. Neither your plasma drives nor the warp engines will operate. It appears they are completely trapped. Luckily, the mysterious force that pins the pins your ship in place has no effect on a smaller gun cutter, which you can use to get around the system. Well, that's not pretty easy. So let's see. Shanghai Town, and the other one is. Look at here. See what it is with. Okay, that's the settlement. Okay. So, first choice. You guys jump on your little gun cutter, and you can head to either the moon or the Space Hulk.
Well, if we go to the settlement, we can talk to people and figure out what's going on. See if they know anything. Not sure if there's anybody living on the Space Hulk.
No, but like I said before, there might be some useful stuff.
You do have communication coming from that direction.
The Hulk or the settlement?
Both.
So there could be people on the Hulk. But remember, those Hulks are provisioned for a lot of people for quite a while, and if they suddenly have a loss of crew, it'll last a lot longer.
Yeah.
Or they could have built some, greenhouses.
I guess the Space Hulk it is.
Space Hulk?
Open communications if they're trying to contact. You said they were trying to contact us, didn't you?
Yes, well, they were talking to each other. They didn't specifically, as far as or other little. The Space Hulk has a few different locations on different ice sinks where they have people out there getting what they can and bringing them back.
Well, we could listen in on chatter.
Yeah.
See what they're saying. Try to get the lay of the land.
Okay. Let's see. Let's do. Who's going to be listening? Level of success.
Someone with 10 use.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, and basically we put it on the speaker, so
Okay.
Oh, I get all the successes.
You get all the successes?
Yeah. But
Roll
you
the
get
not two.
5. Not bad.
Okay.
With basically after under an 8.
Things you will pick up about the Brotherhood amongst all the conversations that you got. You get 4, at least 4, right?
Yeah, I got 8.
Okay. What you got is they are apparently religious fanatics that follow only the word of the God Emperor. Lynara is more interested in status than wealth. Status and wealth and piety. She's always talking about, she seems to be the one in charge, talking about, getting something valuable from the things. People defend against what she's saying for like, it's Sunday, we can't work, type of things. Just
Right.
get back to work.
But it's Sabbath.
Lenar's armed transport is in orbit much closer to the fortress than your guys' vehicle.
Wants to kill some religious zealots.
Let me grab my chainsaw.
And you hear occasionally when a void wasp comes within range, people asking from the guns, should we fire? And she's like, no, we'll just get their attention.
So they did have noticed us.
No, the void wasp was what they were more concerned with.
Oh, yeah. Shit.
And they dislike the ones on the moon.
Have they picked up any communications from the moon?
From the moon? Well, since you have that many successors. Martek, the leader, believes that everyone in the settlement is equal beneath him. Servitor's settlement is dying. A lot of mutant population.
Now
And,
let's hear from him, Brady.
Some problems with mutants fighting non-mutants.
Oh, better chaos state.
And apparently it comes up a couple times that he's looking for a particular crystal tower. And he's checking energy levels. And none of them he's found has had enough energy. So, now knowing that, you want to go talk to the people who love the Emperor. To kill him.
No, I can still finagle my way through. We just have to hide this one.
Also, I'm sure.
I would need to hide too. Are you forgetting that I'm also dedicated to a cast spell?
Yeah, but the thing is that you don't have the claw.
Sure, I don't have a gift of the god yet.
You should.
You haven't gotten it yet, or
I
have
only
you?
have 5 corruption points.
Oh,
And that one didn't add it. The last one didn't really add any corruption stuff.
yeah, so it's like, yeah.
Haven't mutated yet.
Do you have to go kill some emperors?
So you could always, block your way through as,
Or, slaughter an orphanage.
We're gonna, I think
It's
we're gonna.
self-defense! That orphanage attacked me!
Well, I think we're gonna take a break soon, but I'm gonna need to know which of the 2 directions you guys want to go. First of all.
Well, there's also the fortress.
Yes, there is.
but we go straight to the fortress without information. So, if you...
Well, if you approach the fortress, the only problem, because they give you information for doing so, will be the...
I can drop you 2 off at the moon, I can go up to
The wasp.
Or do just...
Because then if we have that, we're going to have him up on the, or YouTube up on the ship of space battle situation. Wasp comes at you.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
you'll be in the gun cutter.
you're
So.
good communicators because you actually have charming command
Mm-hmm.
and intimidate.
I actually have command, I just don't have charm.
You don't actually have to see.
You can tell people what to do, but you're not very nice about it.
Well, yeah, I think if they don't listen to me, then I turn them into pink horns.
So,
You add them to your team,
Oh,
your four-member team. Oh, the question is, do you take them with you? In quarters?
Not
wanna
the
wait.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that's yeah. It's yeah. Go into the moon. Oh yeah, this one here is like it actually get people riled up to go. Let's go kick some ass.
Those recruits mutants. As long as you don't have the sanctimonious bullshit of Charles Xavier.
Maybe she is Charles.
Well, then we need to cripple you and stick you in a wheelchair. And make you bald.
Choices. There are three choices.
let's go to the moon first.
I guess there's four. You could also just go look for a blank area. I was probably about those.
Yeah, we'll go to the moon first.
Moon first?
Yeah.
Okay. Quick break. I'm almost got to the bathroom.
Worst case scenario, you can always open a rift and summon one of the chaos gods and watch the fireworks.
And see where you go?
That's your job.
Yeah.
I'll see you guys when I come back in.
You don't want to go out?
No. Mark.
Oh, the pink pill is finally starting to work. I took it at 4.
I know the feeling.
Huh?
There's a fantastic snitch on that.
I got this shirt. There's days when I have 5 days. I don't want to deal.
Yeah, no, I want a shirt where it's front and back. Because the letters are, you know, let's say, Sable Dead, CPSD, do not touch.
Stretches out.
Hi.
Hi, Buffy.
Hi, Lana. Hi, Guido. I know I forgot to feed you guys before we started. I gotta do this. Hey, calm down.
Sit.
Lana! Yeah, a little bit.
Get some fresh air.
Get out.
Push this way if you need. I guess I'm not. Now I'll feed the mutts.
How'd you get the light working?
I just turned it on. Magic. Yes, Guido. Getting it right now. Guido! Girls, kitty kitties up here. Go ahead. Right now. Come on now. Do you have stats over there for the gun cutter? Or a gun cutter?
Oh, I have to bring my tablet with me. That's on there.
Yeah. I think, I'm not sure, but I thought there was some stats in the last one. And I'll check. The one that we did before when I mentioned the gun cutter the first time.
I don't think there's stats for that, but I do know where the stats are, and it's actually in the Battlefield Tourist book under like air vehicles, or excuse me.
In case you decide to approach the fortress, I think you're far. I think the moon's far enough out. They don't see many illegal walks. Where they were actually sometimes approaching the space that's floating around there.
got all the PDFs, it's if you got all the PDFs,
I probably do, yeah.
then you have.
I'm going to check for it a little bit. Gotta relieve my foot pain for a second. I don't want to do that.
Joel scared us inside.
Huh?
Joel scared us inside.
Uh-oh.
What?
Go eat your food. Or is she over
Hey,
looking
Akasha!
for more that's back out?
Akasha!
Is she in your chair?
Akasha wants to take your place.
Yep. She does that every day for games. As soon as we start setting up gaming, she sits there.
Go steal your dad's.
Would you like some? And she's sitting on the book.
Huh?
We give her the Caesar's
Oh.
dog food, the little toppers. I have to go get her more toppers.
Well, she just fancy.
That's what we give her at dinner time every night.
Well, like I said, isn't she just fancy?
You know, right? She also has little tiny milk bone dog treats that she can eat. She can't eat big ones.
Little little brat.
Yeah, more likely to go grocery shopping tomorrow. Too. Especially for snack foods. So I have something to snack on other than candy. Also figure out what I'm gonna have for dinner when I get home. I should ask your mom if she'd be okay if you got me a little Dr. D. Because usually when I get home, Brianna's asleep already. And I don't usually want to make noise to wake her up. Since she's out in the living room. But she'll be out of town, I think, next week. Because she's going to see Young Gravy at the Puyallup Fair.
Oh, excuse me. First things first, look for my flash drive, see if I actually have that. Yes, indeed.
You like the flash drive that has my easiest books on it.
Here.
Wait, nope, that's it.
it on the table.
Where'd you leave it?
That's it.
This one right here. There it is, yeah, sorry, wrong box.
There you go.
Okay.
Meh.
Yeah, Wario.
No. Damn it. Damn it. I can't get away.
You're
Let it happen, I
stuck.
guess. No, I'll just let it happen.
Okay.
No!
You said let it happen?
Not the first! No! Tickle Street! No!
Hey, you said let it happen.
I was letting it happen until the foot got tickled. Oh, it was funny. One day Bill went to tickle my foot.
You okay, Kim?
Oh, yeah. His dentures went flying across his partner.
I'm when you told roommate said you got a pretty mouth.
Ready to go to bed.
Who?
Jess.
Hey, some of us actually have full-time jobs. We have an excuse for being tired. Her, on the other hand, yeah, she could stand to stop,
Being cheating?
being as a victim.
I'm probably be up for a little bit. Just take a coffee this morning.
Kind of like what I did to Lynette on TikTok. That was way too easy triggering her like that.
It was hilarious. I know she blocked me.
Huh?
I know she blocked me.
Who?
Lynette.
Oh.
On TikTok.
Yep.
I really like this new build plate I got. I'll show what I'm talking about.
tell by how quickly it's loading, I upgraded my network. Damn you for being good at that stuff. Oh wow. No supports on these ones, no frame around them, and they're just sticking right to it. I like that new build right now. I know. This is what's in the motherfucker. Oh, finally got my second AMS I loaded.
Oh yeah?
Yep. I can now print 8 colors. Check. I just need to get some gesture keys.
Excuse, please.
Excuse.
It's yours.
Yay! Is he happy now that he has all the books? Wait, did I already give him a drive with all the books?
What, the Warhammer stuff?
I guess I didn't have to say so. But now he has the Corvo's player handguide and that stuff.
Yeah, I was actually looking for the gun cutter, and it's like, there's one of two places. It's like,
Probably in the Rogue Trader books.
no, it's, I know it's the Rogue Trader books, it's just which one of the two. Was it the Coronis book, or the Battlefield Coronis, or was it Into the Storm? And it was, of course, Into the Storm.
They stick on this new build plate.
He's having fun. Yeah.
He's putting out KPH.
I was supposed to say, so that's why you keep running out of tissues. Ah.
happened?
It went back to the page to start at. It's the same, but it's still there. It's online. Okay, I'll pass it back over. And let's see here. Make sure this will work. Okay. So, flipping back here a little bit. Okay, Gun Cutter is crewed by 1 or 2 pilots, 1 or 2 gunners, and an engineer. So, who is taking what position? You're staying back on the ship. We'll use these stats, although we're using the one that looks like this. Who's piloting?
It was just like servers.
Okay.
Because I don't think any of us actually have operating aeronautic.
Okay.
Nope. I have operate surface.
So the question is then who are taking the gunner positions?
Space Marines.
We have 2 gunner operated twin link heavy bolters, and then the other 2 pilot operated long barrel auto cats for the pilot. So, and it looks like they're on the wings.
Yeah.
So who is on a gun?
You two could be on guns.
These 2?
Yeah, we do
He
have
stayed
a
on the
gun
ship.
bunny.
It's fun to shoot people.
Yeah, Tesla can be the engineer. Tesla can be the engineer.
And you're just like sitting around doing nothing?
I'll be up in the cockpit directing the servitors.
Okay. Answering his questions like, should I run into this rock?
No!
Okay, just check. How about this one?
No!
God damn it, what rock can I hit?
You couldn't hit the front side of a barn if it was the size of Pluto.
My targeting just needs recalibrating.
Your eyes need recalibrating.
And one of the many ways to die in battle cruiser
Yourself in the face.
that and crashing your shuttle into Pluto.
So we are going for the moon.
Yes.
Okay. Well, since you're up front, we'll let you handle scanners or stuff like that.
Okay.
Or I guess Tesla's doing that?
Tesla's the engineer, so he can
He can check
operate the equipment. Yeah.
it. Okay.
One degree success.
1 degree success? Okay.
Given everything that's going on, yeah.
For description. Okay, and this is the largest of the motley band of voyagers, ex-imperials, mutants, and old naval midshipmen leads the group. Settlement of several thousand men and women in a vast shanty town on a nameless moon, created from the wrecks of ships, cutting out the crew quarters, bringing it. There's a couple look like they're pieced together gun cutters, kind of like your ship used to look. Like they go out there and it rattles probably, but you know, it's got a Geller field enough to protect it, so that's all it needed.
Standing shields, yeah.
Yeah, or stand-up field. It's not going warping.
Yeah.
Looks like they're still being always worked on. Urban system described by, you see a few fungus farms and some kind of ranches, it looks like. But the animals are so small you can't see them from up here. As well as you see, like, looks like some ships will drag in ice asteroids for water and air. So they kind of bring it in, melt them down, take the water, the air floats into the everything else. So you want to land. It looks like there's open spaces now, but not really a landing field.
Or, yeah, basically what it looks like they park their ships.
The other two, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a trotted down field.
Or just probably
Pretty much.
just
Well,
a rock, it's a moon.
It's more like the largest piece of flat rock they could find. So it was kind of, you have to constantly clean, a meteorite will hit and bounce a piece off. Oh, that's a big sad, but as long as they upkeep it, it's pretty cool. It's got a couple of rough spots here and there. Servitor does 29.
That's good enough.
Yeah, it's actually this one's easier to tell. And there. Okay, so he lands good. Good enough doesn't wreck. So, as you were coming in, you start to see some people. About half of them are mutants, but you don't see them attacking each other or anything. Gather, and as you land, a guy that's in an Imperial uniform, but an old one.
Okay.
And the way it fits, it probably didn't start as his.
Right.
So it's probably been something that's been handed down. Looks like he was this uniform was for a midshipman. He steps forward with a couple of rather large mutants. One on treads, one on 3 feet.
Okay.
At least the pink one's on foot. He's called tripod. And comes forward. Since I assume you both speak human. The humans don't have multiple languages anymore, do they?
Well, I got the.
I mean, like, if they serve the emperor.
There's two.
There's two?
Yep. Low Gothic, which is everybody's everyday language. Then there's High Gothic, which is what the priests and the nobles use.
Kind of like America originally, when it started, it was going to have 2 languages. We were going to speak English, but we were going to write Latin.
Yeah.
Talk about confusing.
Yeah. And so basically, it's the difference between it's like everybody is speaking Italian, and then, or the Bucky much are using Latin.
Yeah. So, he comes forward. You come out.
Yep.
Kind of straightens his suit a little bit.
Right.
Clean it off a little bit. Try to make it like it fits better. Tuck it in.
Right.
Although it wasn't one piece, but it's loose, so he tucks the shirt in like underneath the belt part. Probably lifted up, and his dad was like 2 inches taller or something. He comes forward, says, I'm Bardic, the highest ranking person in the settlement. What brings you to our little corner of hell?
Probably the same thing that brought you here.
Well,
our ship is stuck.
Yes. Did you come here of your own force,
No.
or you were brought here By the halo.
We were Frontier.
Okay, yeah. That's our population, as he's now walking over towards like this like a larger room, a place to meet, talk. This is our current population. Okay, you're on the ship, but not your buddies.
I left my pink horrors behind.
Okay.
Oh, besides, they can pop in and out of the warp as they please. So.
I can summon them.
Yeah.
Oh, you have the spell for that?
It's not a spell. It's something I normally have, and because they're my summoned forces, I can summon them.
Okay. Well, they were someone else's summoned forces. You just
no, they weren't. They
recruited them.
Yeah, you recruited them for that.
They came from the bomb, the thing that went off, the opening, automatically brought them through to kill anyone that opened it.
Yeah, and you controlled them, but when the
you took control of them.
Yeah.
You weren't supposed to. If it was a rogue trader character, no one there would have been able to do that.
Right, and basically.
Now you may have the ability also, and that's how you took control of them. But that was the when they first turned that one Inquisitor turned on the engines. The hole it tore brought them through to punish you guys. But
yeah, right. Being
you were there.
Yeah, and after that,
and you said, "Hey, we're cool." And
Yeah.
I said, "Yeah, I guess."
And after
Now,
it could have always just pop back into the warp and be gone.
That's what I was gonna do until like if you finally, if you put one as a minion, like you put points towards that, you could automatically have one stay with you. It like gets to know you. Otherwise, where do I even have the world their stats anymore?
They aren't summoned. They're swift and catastrophic mutation transforming into chaos spawn that swiftly collapses into a puddle of shrieking ether.
Oh no, the pink cores that.
I think I threw it away. I think I do have the stats for somewhere. Did I give it to you? Yeah. Does it? What's their what would be that they would roll on to see if they try to escape and do it, or if they try to return on their own?
Willpower.
Willpower?
Yep.
What is it?
Their willpower versus his.
Okay. And what would it be if he's not in the area?
Just.
Same, you think?
Yeah.
They're so afraid of him?
Yeah. That's basically willpower, and if they can break it, they
have?
can.
Willpower. So, that's alright. If they die, they just become blues. One becomes two.
Willpower is 32.
Okay. 97! There's another one still. That's one. I'm blind again. 95. 13. And not two. So.
Two of them take off?
I guess two do. You have two left?
Well, yeah, they only have limited shelf life.
They went away. They had to go back, get in the refrigerator, get fresh. But the other two are back in the ship cleaning you're like, watch my room. Kill any servitors that come around, find a bunch of them piled up. Oops. Or you come back and you have 4 blues. And I think that's on that same stat, isn't it? The blues? On the same page, yeah, I thought so. Good.
No, actually, the blues are. Well, the next page, you didn't print it.
They didn't? Okay.
It just finishes with pink horrors, and you didn't get the blue horrors.
Okay, it'd be the next page. Yeah. Okay, well, when it happens, I guess I should be ready.
Do you have the stats for the demonettes, though?
Let's go with that's something more summoned, isn't it?
Yeah, they can be summoned.
The demonette.
Yeah, any chaos demon can be summoned.
I think like the pink horrors aren't they almost like a native animal to the warp, or are they made by one of the gods?
They're made by Siege.
Okay, I just double checking on that.
The Furies are basically the enemies.
Okay.
Hard to create.
So he takes you over to there. On the way, he says, we take care of our food by we grow some fungus, and then we have, one animal you can always find on a ship when one appears, which actually before you showed up, we were thinking another one showed up. A lot of times they show up empty, or whatever's in there is pretty much dead, and then we just have to remove the geller field and they'll be dead anyways after a while. But since that ship, the new one, is yours, we won't go get anything until something happens to you guys. Now, of course, until we know better, let's try not to bring it into range too much, though.
Right. Yeah.
But we also, in any ship, when you raid a ship, you're going to find some rats.
Yeah.
So we have all meat sources.
Yeah. No,
We have rat corrals.
When he makes that comment about raiding the ship unless something happens, I say, yeah, the Adeptus Astartes will actually have something to say about that if you even try. That should actually make you flinch.
Worries a little bit, but they've kind of gotten the idea that basically anything that floats in no more is like connected. That's one of the main arguments they have between them and the Brotherhood, which are the ones on the big ship over there. They still try to stick to those old ideas, but if the Emperor wished, he could have saved any of us by now. So, from what I've heard, his powers are pretty much infinite, so. But we've been left here, so we've been pretty much, I think, abandoned. I think whatever technology from the UVAMP base there, which we've had a few attempts to go there and look at it, most difficult part are the wasps from the spiders. It's got a big old web around the whole place, with crystal spiders running around, and the wasp, are outside that. The wasp is about half the size of your cutter. It's more of a droid than it is actually piloted, unless it's possible that it's living on its own. We haven't taken down enough of them to be able to study them yet. And a lot of times the parts get pulled in to the center again. So if we don't gather them right away, they head on in. Oddly enough, your ships won't, so it's some kind of system they have. We think if there's something there, we can shut it down. Maybe we could actually get out of here, but other than that, collect us some ice asteroids. Let's see. I've observed the surface of the advanced fortress for years and watched how its energy matrix binds the detriments of the system together. His attempts to land the fortress and break the matrix, however, have all ended in failure, and he lacks the power to get past its defenses. But I do have a weapon. From one of the ships we pulled off a warp torpedo. But the webbing will catch it. And that's what gets some way to get through it. And anytime you mess with the webbing, the spiders will come down. So, although, okay, did you get out at the same time he did?
Crazy idea on how to do that.
Did you get out when he did?
Launch 2 attacks on one side, and then we can.
When he got out, or she, and her assistant, or do you stay on the ship?
I stayed on the ship.
Okay, and then you stayed back on the big ship or the little ship?
Well, he was manning one of the guns, so.
Yeah.
Did you come out with me?
That's right. He's on the guns. He's just not coming out right now, which is understandable. Although they're not too bound to the Emperor anymore. He'll tell you they've been here. The original one was 3 generations ago. So, we've been here for a while. At least the first crew that showed up here. We've had others show up. Like some of us have gotten here because we journeyed too close. That's what we did. My immediate, or my line.
Right.
My great-great-grandfather. Some others got here through the same space maggot thing that dragged them here and then let go once it got here. Which what we saw come off your ship. And it's really hard to notice it. It's more of like a cloud, and it journeys towards the center again. So, what are your plans, or how can we best come to an agreement on surviving out here?
My idea is to find a way to shut it down so that we can leave.
Well, that would be fine. Well, we'd have to find a ship again, because we've got most of the ones we find.
Well, ours should be operational once the field goes down, wouldn't it?
It should be. Or you guys will have it repaired after a while.
Yeah.
The immediate damage that has been done to it will be repaired long before you can leave.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're working on it right now.
Yeah.
She's kind of monitoring that they're. You doing your job? Yeah. Okay. What is your job?
Holding this badge on this whole.
Duct tape. I got duct tape. We'll fix the ship in no time.
Sorry, you're not Rocket.
You know, I saw that movie, and I realized something.
Which movie?
The Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
I was actually also talking about the animated series,
Oh yeah, that's
Where
a
they
pretty
actually-
good one.
where they actually visit Earth and Rocket's like got his entire palace worth of
Oh,
duct tape.
he does that in the movies too. Constantly having to get duct tape. But yeah, I do remember a lot in animated they did that.
I thought it was funny when Drac was wearing duct tape armor and said, "Yeah, have fun removing that."
Yeah. But if you, although it's a different world, because it's an alternate Marvel world, the MCU, High Evolutionary is pretty smart. He's around amazing, maybe monstrous. Amazing is the one level down, that's where Reed Richards is.
Yeah.
I think High Evolutionary would be a little smarter. But then there's Rocket.
Well, Rocket isn't just smart; he's imaginative.
Yeah.
That was one of the main reasons why High
I
Evolutionary
think
wanted
that's-
him so much, was because he was able to visualize and figure out a different solution to it. It doesn't
I think
imply
that's the raccoon.
just blatant intelligence, but that's also imagination and
If you trap a
Relaxation.
raccoon a certain way, they'll learn. And then you have to try another way, and then they'll learn another way around it. And that's what it was perfect that they chose a raccoon for that. It's like a natural talent of it, even as an animal. Before it even becomes humanized.
well, humans are the same way. Travis on will figure out how to
Oh,
get around
yeah.
it.
I just think a human raccoon would even be more so. Oh, he's not even human, really. He's
Yeah, hyper evolved raccoon.
yeah.
Oh, there's an RPG for that.
Do you know some masterminds?
Well, that, and I was also thinking, like,
Well, they have the rules in Marvel superheroes, but also you have that's in Jade.
Jade Falk?
Yeah, you could use that too. I think you take Jade's Claw and mix it with Space Off, some Space One, and then you would have it right there. I still got to find a way to take the D&D spells and efficiently put them into Gamma World, so I can create the World of Thundar the Barbarian. You remember that cartoon? That was a fun cartoon. That was actually one. At the time, it was way ahead of its time.
so.
But since then, no.
what
I
kind
wish
of-
they could bring it back. Your question. You were saying.
So Tesla's actually kind of looking around using his scanner to see what kind of tech they got. What have you noticed about the web? Is there a way to land on the planet?
Well, you can land on the web. You got to damage the web if you want to get through it. But once you attack it, the spiders will show up.
That's what I was thinking. We attack one spot or multiple other spots, and then when all the spiders are dealing with those, we attack another spot, and punch through.
What you have is you have the wasps that are flying around. And the spiders will do nothing until you damage the weapon.
Okay.
So you can land on it and walk around.
So the weapon encapsulates the plant, or
Yeah, it does. The entire thing. A gun cutter won't fit through it. A person can, but then they got to worry about how they're going to get down. You know, because there's a big gravity pull. But the gravity doesn't seem to affect the crystal spiders or wasps. The only other thing I find is, okay, I have a theory on these crystal towers you'll see here and there. But we've been trying to find the right one. Because we think its power is boosted by these towers that are here and there on these different pieces of rock. So we got to find the right one. We've taken a couple down and nothing has happened. Or if it's a certain combination of them. But once we can get, if we can get a hole in the webbing, we can fire either through modifying your gun cutter or taking one of our own that we've already been planning towards the idea that we used to usually call ice. And he'll be back in a couple days. It's bringing in some more ice right now. But we have a vortex torpedo scavenged from the wreckage of one of the ships out here.
Yeah, when he says vortex torpedo, this was, yeah, it is, all of his mechanical things just kind of go.
Yeah.
I
So that's
think
what
he
he
just
pulled
messed
off.
his pants a little bit. With oil.
Can I play with him?
Now, of course, you also got to watch the Brotherhood, because they sometimes will get in the way. The bad thing is, chances are, since you've come here, they probably already see you as a problem.
Wow.
They see us as heretics. We deal with mutants. Well, the mutants are because people have been stuck here on ships, sometimes generations before we find them, and they've already been altered since then, but they still are valuable workers, so we bring them.
Some imperial cities, hive cities do allow mutants under certain circumstances.
Well, yeah, this is definitely a certain circumstance. But being that most of us are born here,
Right.
we kind of gave up on the idea of leaving. We've been more just trying to find a way to constantly survive here.
Well, I wouldn't worry about the Brotherhood considering as heretics. Very much.
So,
No, because one of the things my character does actually have is the fleur de lis, Sister of Battle symbol tattooed right here. It's very obvious.
well, sad to say, we couldn't leave without our mutant brethren. We have about 25% of us are non-mutated. We tend to mostly stay here, because if you get further in, your chances become more. Or if you step on a ship to take something, next thing you know, a few months later, you grow something extra. And it's never the part you want. So, you got a open mic or anything so people back on the ship can hear it all, or?
Yeah, Tesla's got his open, so.
Okay, so you're all getting
Very crisp
broadcasted.
when you mentioned the vortex torpedo.
Yeah. On the other side. What was that?
Someone just oiled himself.
Well, the reason I asked about her getting out is, see, currently they don't know you have any space marines with you. And they know, technically, a Space Marine could get to the web and then just jump and get in. Now, no telling what the hell's going to be on the inside once you get there. But, you know, you guys can possibly check it out some. Or, well, the ship, you know, well, depending on what your plan is. We don't have our ship back that was sent to go get water because it's busy bringing it in. But in about 2 days, they'll be in. But, you know, you can, you know, come here and bring your ship closer if you wish. Maybe place, well, within the ring. You can actually move within your location on the ring. Like, you can move left and right, kind of, but you can't move closer or further from the center. It's like got a solid pull on you. And if you move in, you're stuck at that location. You can't go back where you were. So you can go all the way in if you want for your ship. But we've seen ships your size get too close and actually will be sucked in.
So, do you know what kind of guns the Brotherhood have on their ship?
Well, it can begin, or it can do long-range bombardment of a planet. Has macro batteries. So the planet's within range of it. So, but
many of the Void Wasps are also in range of it.
Yes. It has, long ago, I mean, like in my childhood, I remember, at one time, the closest it came, because it sees that center as a Xenos trap, that they trapped us in here. Well, they don't care about us. We're the outcast that the Emperor's forgotten. Not that he's grabbed them either, but, you know, that's what they see it as. A ship one time landed. I don't know if it's because its maggot did not let go right away or what, but the ship went straight towards the center. And then it hit the webbing. Actually crashed a good like 10% of it down with it. And then the Brotherhood opened fire at that time. Hit the planet, did some damage, but they apparently couldn't finish the job because it'd been repaired by then, after a while, and they lack our cutters. We've stolen from any ship we can find because we're out of their range.
Right.
But if they had a gun cutter, they would probably start bringing torpedoes or something. So as quick as we can put stuff together, but they have no tech crews. So they are kind of in...
So their gear is going to be slowly degrading.
Yeah. They came after we did, so I think they're only 2 generations.
I whisper, ask me if you know what kind of crew components they have on the ships.
What kind of crew?
Because it's not that big, they could take over their ship too.
I have an idea.
Well,
I got my earpiece and it's like,
How much is an average ship?
what was it, like 3,000?
yeah,
So it's like
3,000 to 5,000 people.
300 total. Just says 10%.
Oh, that's not bad.
10% surviving.
Oh, crazy idea. Since they don't have a tech priest, we just go, say, Space Marine or two, go do a little spacewalk on and sneak on board the ship and take out the life support system. And then what if our tech priests come over, fix it, and congratulations. Now our friends have their own ship, and if we can get a few others up and running, we can try to take out the nest.
Better. We could.
Well, like, we fix a few of the other ships, or at least get them somewhat operational, especially if their guns work, when they have macro cannons. Multiple shots at at that nest, and try to overwhelm the spiders. Especially if we keep hitting them while they're trying to repair the web.
Morgan, I need you to observe something from where you are. So that would be
Awareness.
yeah.
And you'll get a +12 from the ship.
Yeah. Did you get? No? Okay. Let me check the observatory, which I need.
I'll get a
7 or no 5. I got a 50 is where I rolled. And they need 1 level of success before they start doing anything because they're slower than everything else. They may get it. It may take some time because there's many of them. Okay. Although any of you could have seen it also.
Right.
Since would you say your ship is within sight?
Yes.
Okay. So everyone else, go ahead. That's out. Well, I guess have to be outside. You're inside.
Those two are inside.
Yeah. You two can roll.
On which one? Awareness?
Yeah. This is something happening up, like behind your guys' ship, like way out further.
Hawk 2.
Okay. You notice a weird shimmer for a while. Then kind of a wave rolls through everything. Doesn't hurt it, but you kind of feel it. Kind of like a sound wave kind of thing, but you don't hear the sound.
A warp wave.
Yeah. Moves through you as it's heading towards the center, but then behind in the direction, like further out on the rings, is you start to see a ship is tumbling in backwards. Like towards the rings, and then you can see a bunch of escape ships are jumping out, trying to get away. Some are going to get pulled back in, but most of them are taking off. They're having to abandon the ship. They can't pull it out because it's too big. Now, I don't know where these small pods are going. You know, out here in the middle of, especially this far out.
Yeah.
Did the fractured planets or space? Does that sound? I remember reading that before.
Well, if they're abandoning the ship because it's being pulled in, which means it might be still at least decently functional.
Yes. So,
Well, by observatories,
I was checking her first to see if she was going to want to salvage something while she's out there. But
It's one of those, like,
basically, there's still things showing up. But again, you can see the ghostly image outline of a maggoty shape that lets go of the ship and heads straight towards the center. See, there was about, if you check, well, when you guys would have checked the records, there were about 10 ships sent out to test stuff that had been captured from the people that live in the center when they were there. They don't know if anyone's there even, because they haven't landed on the surface and came back.
right. Well,
We also have a few spaces, you know, things we can do here. We can search for stuff on any of these locations. There's even, if you look close enough, you'll find pieces of temples or buildings left on some of these. Sometimes we can find people. Those people that are flying off on their, like, escape ships are probably going to tumble in and end up finding someplace, because whatever's close to their ship or a rock. But oddly enough, most of these rocks, we don't know if it's melting water, or, but they have an atmosphere around it, but they may not be able to grow stuff or not on it. But if they're smart enough, they can take their resources and find a way to powderized rock, and you can put it in your food and like live a little longer. If someone dies, you can cannibalize them if you have to. That's why, you know, we kind of came to the attitude that we're all equal here. Because when we die, we all end up having to do the same thing. Eat. Well, within a point. We try not to, as the pure strains, eat immune. So,
Understand.
not our privilege to do so, but also we don't want to possibly suffer mutation.
Again, understand.
That means that these people probably wouldn't have reacted to someone having a mutation.
No, we have 3/4 of our population are mutations.
I was
Oh
talking,
yeah, to him, yeah. But yeah, he mentioned before like 25% people were pure straight. So,
Well,
for you guys, you're probably better off trying to ally with these guys in the Brotherhood.
yeah, because
Yeah.
we're kind of anti-empire.
Yeah.
I
Brotherhood is a remnant of a pilgrim ship
Oh,
that was plucked from the mob by a powerful Uvath fortress.
okay. Now, I have a plan.
Oh, from a they're heading to a
I'll say-
monastery.
Again, I was thinking they shut down their life support generator
No.
and just those suckers.
Thing is I still have my uniform. I don't have the battle armor, but I still have the uniform.
So you're saying you want to try to like sneak on the ship?
Oh, not just. No, I'm gonna fly up full brazen.
Well, I mean, you'll be there as a sister, but you'll be there doing bad things probably.
Right. Convincing them to do things that I want in the name of the Emperor.
Well then, you probably want to decide what that is before you go there, because you're not going to really be able to communicate. You're not sure if they're going to be able to know what you're doing.
Too bad we didn't see the uniform of the Inquisitor, but I kind of killed the Inquisitor.
Yeah, I don't think there was much left.
Oh, no, there's a Inquisitorial Rosette. We have that.
Ooh, which means you can act on the authority of the
And
Inquisitor.
if anyone has any ability to disguise or anything like that, you can make the costume.
Yeah, no, they wear whatever they want.
They just need
Oh,
the
well,
Rosette
that's
as
nice.
a show of office.
Yeah.
Ah. You need to raid someone's curtains. Make a big robe.
I have my helmet.
So, yeah.
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 And with,
Why did I just think man on this?
So, he's, well, we've kind of told you what we can bring to this.
right.
And we feel it's best to be honest about it, because
So, do you think the ship that the Brotherhood is on, their weapons can crack the web a little bit here and there, or get her to get through?
yeah, I think they could. I mean, they hit the planet.
Right. No, I'm just
They just haven't fired since then, because when they do that, the crystal ball shows. This happened a generation ago, and they've not fired since then.
Okay. Actually have.
I don't know what they're doing or what their plan is.
I'm having a formula. It's like they've given the position of our ship versus the Brotherhood ship. If they started firing, we'd watch us go to them. Then our ship's guns cover the Brotherhood ship, so that they can keep firing.
You probably have to bring your ship a little closer, but yes. I mean, from where it is now, it's out beyond this moon.
Right.
You're on the outside edge. And this new ship will be one edge out, but you can get to it with a gun cutter.
Well, I'm thinking also
Salvage.
they could try seeing what other ships could be salvaged. Even if they can't move, they could provide distractions.
True.
If we sync them up, then we can use some distractions
Yeah.
to like pull the wasps out and use a few others that are closer in to coordinate attacks on the hive and try to damage it.
Long enough for us to get down with the vortex torpedo and hit the right tower.
What if you could move a servitor, sacrifice a servitor to the ship to drive it in direction, or something like that.
Well,
Or you just set
servitors
it
have
to-
been used to pilot gun cutters,
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, we got several servitors on our ship.
Yeah.
We can use
and
that.
this new one's probably going to have a shit ton as well. And any of the other ships, because the servitors are essentially throwaway systems.
Yeah.
Yeah, and usually hardwired into the ship.
If you think about it, there's going to be at least, on a new full complement still, at least 10%. So if you got 3,000 people, you got at least 300 of these things laying around there somewhere. You only need a couple.
Yeah.
And with
You
the same
guys, for every
techniques, it could be more.
person you have to replace them in a job, you you need 2 people to cover 1 servitor, because you have half as many servitors if you went through. Because they can keep do the job, but they do it a little less effectively, but they can multitask. So you have what, 3? Well, plus you could possibly recruit people here if you wanted.
Oh, it's like, you know,
Do you guys want mutants or not?
we wouldn't care.
Yeah,
We're
pull
sort
some mutants over here.
yeah, it's like, look, it's like,
Or
we control
beat up the Brotherhood, take their ship and give it to them.
both the possibilities.
Or like he said, take some ships, make them into missiles and fire them at the other thing, or you open fire at it. How you want to?
My idea is, well, this one work on
Yeah, that's a write-on.
basically. Here's the hive. I mean, is the hive or
the sun,
the fort,
basically in the center.
fortress?
Yeah, the fortress is the center, and it's kind of like a hemisphere floating with a fortress built on top.
Okay.
The bottom half is like a Death Star world,
But
round.
basically, there's that, and then we have like the planet over here, and we have the rings, just
Yeah, and then about
several rings.
here in between is where that other ship is.
All right, but yeah, you're saying there are basically other wrecks as well around.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is we go to these other wrecks, get them somewhat functional. I mean, just guns and
Yeah.
sensors if we can, and try to sync them up so some of them can try to distract the wasps, while others that have more physical weapons like the mech cannons can fire on the fortress and either distract the spiders or even just damage and destroy them
Enough to
with,
get in before
with
they
concentrated fire. I mean, if we can keep sustained concentrated fire on it, we can do more damage and would possibly open up a corridor to get a gun cutter in with the torpedo.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I can plan for various ships with whatever's going to be on them.
And we might
Basically,
find more torpedoes.
a short adventure, like basically this is what's on this ship, like a small dungeon would be almost, you know what I mean? And then set up like how much they have left of their navigation system. And if you need to, you can bring something over. But if you could set it to drive itself program, you can just do that.
Yeah.
So there's that. Now, you could get some of them to help you, but that they would want you to help with one of their, like either retrieving ice or hitting one of the looking for survivors or something.
Well, we can help with the survivors. I mean, we just had new ships show up, and they would not have had enough escape pods for everyone, and we can recover some of those escape pods.
True. And then you, by now, they probably would have told you that there's a ship behind you, about, hundreds of miles, but it's out there. And it got sucked in. It didn't fly in. But it was like going by the warp and got sucked out of the warp here. So the warp's kind of like, it fishes things out of it.
Yeah. So,
And partially pulls, if you look at the warp path, the warp's actually bending in this direction. Because it's actually pulling at it, so it's tearing it more as it goes. So,
okay. So, okay.
you could let it sit there and tear everything up, but then you couldn't leave, so we'll have to destroy it. Okay.
But, yeah, I'm starting to lose the so.
So, let's make sure I've got. So we want to hit some ships. So let's see. You roll a die check. What'd you get? 5? Okay.
Yeah.
You guys will be able to find up to 5 ships that will be usable for this. And then, you know, depending on how much or what, you guys can either have them flown in or just have them open fire or however.
Depends on the condition they are, whether or not they can be moved or not, what kind
Or
of
if they can't be
elements
moved,
have.
can be repaired.
And again, we'll search for ships. We could try and see if there are more fusion
Oh.
torpedoes.
And I'm going to put +1 because this does not include the one behind you guys. These are the ones that they know because they've been here for a while. So they're like, these are locations they're going to check anyways for supplies and stuff. So, I'll plan for that right now, and should I plan for you guys going on any of their little missions to throw in, or you guys going to take care of your own stuff alone?
Well, we could do both if they coincide with each other.
Yeah, I can, I'll put baby.
Amanda, you're in for a music treat on the way.
Oh,
Drop you
Okay.
off.
okay.
We circle
I
back.
discovered a new band.
Oh, you did?
One.
Ghost.
Oh boy.
Oh, yeah. I listened to them.
Here's that other ship.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, it's
I'm listening to
It's
different.
standard.
It's the Ishimura!
no, it's
The one I know.
yeah, the standard Pilgrim.
Do they do the song Square Hammer?
Big old square chunk. I think it's kind of like the one I have there.
Like Mary on the Cross.
On the cover?
Mary on the
It's the
Cross.
same one.
Yeah, for the road
Yes.
leader.
Yeah.
I have them on my phone.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Gonna end it?
Yes. I'm gonna head that way. She moves her butt.
If they have a ritual here in Washington, we're going to it.
Okay.
Yes, that's what they call their concerts.
Which one?
Ghost.
Okay. Well then, we'll see you people later. Thanks for watching. We'll be back in 2 weeks for this. Next week is Hero Quest, and then we're gonna work our way towards Shadowrun. 5th edition, not 6th.
Amanda, can you grab that little bait that's over there?
Yeah. The one that's in the fridge?
Yeah.
Yep. I got it.
Okay, I'm not gonna play it. I was actually starting to fall asleep a little bit.
Oh, that's what I was making the comment about furry. Sorry, mine is. Like I said, I was playing also getting some line later. Because I figured you'd love a cup that says H on it.
But yeah, she's gonna have fun.
Oh boy.
It's their new album too.
I'm crafting over.